Start your own small business, work extremely hard for it, put in as much hours as you can. There is no such thing as work-life balance if you are the founder and entrepreneur. Up to today, I still work long hours, I still work into the night, even if SEO Hackers has more than 50 people working inside it full-time. I still have to make ends meet and make sure that we are just all going to have a good job at the end of the day, and money will come. It is the value that you create that will make sure that the money will come. Of course, this means that you have to be good with pricing. You know the value of what you're selling, whether it's a product or service, and you price it correctly. Whether you're on the premium tier market, you're serving a niche market, premium tier sila, then you price your service or product premium. Getting to the first 10 million is not as important as getting to the maximum value you can give the world. There is a problem with our world, and why SEO Hacker exists is because the world is underserved by the market. The world is underserved in terms of digital marketing by suppliers out there.
How do you choose the people who will work for you in business? What keeps you motivated as a millennial, no family commitments and all? What are your sources of income when you started? Why continued these businesses? Why did you stop these businesses, if there are any that you stopped also? Now, what's your secret sauce? How can someone be an entrepreneur, or how can someone be rich? Yun na lang. Let's make it easier. How can someone make their first 10 million pesos? In this video, we answered the top questions that you've sent out via social media. We answer how can you make your first 10 million? How do you hire people? Should you hire your relatives? What should you do if you're just starting out? All of that will be in this action-packed video show. So you need to stay up until the end. Do not miss anything, because his words and insights are all gold. You have to stay until the end. So check this video out. Hi everyone, this is Marvin Germo. We're having this video to invite you to make money, grow money. It's an online course where me and Chauncey will teach you the basics of business and investing. So if you want to start your own business but don't know how, that's what our online course is for. If you want to learn more about investing but don't know how also, that's what the online course is for as well. We have 20 modules, 20 videos in this entire course via subscription model. So join us, the link is down below so you get to learn more about it. Hey guys, so we're answering the questions that you've sent out for Chauncey. Siya yung nasa picture, guys. So we're gonna answer the questions that you've sent out all about business, all about investing. Because we have a portion in the vlog where we interview multimillionaires in their 20s, people younger than me that have done a lot and have crushed it and have made several businesses. For those who don't know who Chauncey is, he's the CEO of SEO Hacker for businesses. Inspirational, motivational speaker and author also of books. One book. So, CEO at 22. Okay, so here's the first question from Edrin Vallador. This is his question. Di nyo kita, syempre. How do you choose the people who will work for you in business?
In SEO Hacker, we have a 6-step hiring process at least. The first step. So before I get into the steps, how it was modeled is from the DNA of the founder, which is my DNA. We have our core values from the DNA that I have as a founder. And our core values right now is grit, respect for work. We have deprecated 2 values dati may beyond technology kami, which is hard work and integrity. We deprecated it because it's now permission to play values. What does that mean? That means na kailangan talaga ng hard work at integrity ng mga new hires namin kung hindi namin sila i-hire. So again, grit, respect for work, unity, challenger. Challenger means you challenge yourself to do more, be more, and you challenge other people who are lagging behind or who procrastinate, who lack the initiative, or who really don't have discipline in the workplace. Clarity and experimentation. So the hiring process is 6 steps in order to really try and get these things out along with competence. So that one is heart. That's DNA, that's heart, core values, and then the other one is competence. The first step in our hiring process is the drive-by interview, where We have the HR, they spend 30 minutes with the applicant, just getting to know who the applicant is and if they think it's going to be a good fit. Second interview, we asked them to take the DISC test, the personality test. Shout out to Mr. Jason Law for his workshops on DISC. Even for our team, we use his unique personality test in our company. And then we also have them take the exam of our core values. I designed the exam there to check if they are going to be a good fit for what we believe in as core values in our company. Then we have the team leaders, the team exam. Depending on which team they're going to be entering, they have their own customized exam, and then the team leaders interview. After the team leader interviews the applicant, my wife Apple interviews the applicant, and then if she approves, it moves on to the final interview. That's me. This is how we choose people who join the team, and this is because we are very careful in picking people who will join our team. We don't want just about anyone to enter the team and potentially create havoc, because new hires will always stir the water. They are going to stir the chemistry you have in your team. They are going to make changes. They are going to make waves. So you want people in your team who will make positive waves, not toxic negative waves. This is why our hiring process is that long, and each step in the hiring process, we ask them to go home. Talagang pinapabalik-balik namin sila. Again, this is because we want to filter the applicants to hire only the best of the best. And with this long process, we also opened up our top of funnel, meaning we really have a lot of people who are applicants. There's floods of them that apply in our company, and we cherry pick only the best ones. It gets funneled in and weeded out yung mga hindi talaga babagay.
Okay, ito interesting. Part of your company is your brother is there and your wife is also there. Now there's different schools of thought there. Do not hire relatives and family into your company, or hire relatives and family into your company. Why do you have family in the company, and then what's the pros and cons of it?
My brother has been working with me for 8 years now. I consider him as one of the founding members, even if I was already 2 years doing SEO when he joined. And the reason I have him on the team is because I need someone I can trust completely, without a doubt. If I get sick for 5 months and I'm not able to work, I need someone I can trust to run the entire thing and be completely honest with the financials, with how we deal with clients, with how he treats our people. This is why it was important for me, and it's a blessing for me that my brother was there at the get-go. Cons is discipline. My brother has not worked for a company outside. This is after he did his internship, so he only has done one internship with Microsoft, and he has not been employed afterwards. The problem with that is his lack of discipline at the beginning, and I had to mold him, and I'm still molding him today, to be more disciplined as the COO or Chief Operating Officer. Because if you're in charge of operations, you have to be there on certain times. You have to be felt by everyone in the operations. The operations team is made up of around 40 people. I think, I'm not entirely sure now how many people we have exactly, because we are still hiring more and more people every day. And he just has to be felt there. My wife came in because it's a funny story. She is noticing a lot of things that I should do in the business, and I keep telling her that I am doing a lot already, and if she's going to be telling me about these things, which at that time of course was stressing me out a little bit, I told her, why don't you come in and fix it? And that's the story behind it. She came in and fixed it. You know, she's still fixing these things for us. So I gave her the equipment, I gave her the empowerment that she needs in order to move things in the company, and I trust her to do it. She's my wife. I trust her completely. She does it her own way. I don't control how she does things. But the things that I have left behind, because those are not my strengths, those are her strengths naman, and she's the one in charge of these things.
Okay, so when should they know, for people who are starting out, when should they know that they should actually just hire someone else na hindi nila relative? And when should they know naman, what are the parameters that they should know that they could hire actually relatives as well? So, ganun. Kasi I've seen it also in different businesses that I've invested in. Minsan, mahirap pagalitan pag kamag-anak, or yung iba naman yung kamag-anak mismo kasi alam nila, kilala nila yung owner, parang abusado naman. So yun, what are the pros and cons of it, or how do you know if you're supposed to just not hire relatives?
The answer to that is draw the line. Make sure it's clear at the beginning that we are going to have an employer-employee relationship, and I'm not going to give you any special treatment. This is how it's gonna be. This is your role. Don't overstep into mine. This is my role. I'm not gonna overstep into yours unless necessary. Unless you're dropping balls, unless you're, and excuse my French, you're shitting the bed, I'm not going to step into your boundaries. But if you are, then I have to go in and I have to overtake and overrun you. Don't feel offended because I'm just doing what's best for the company.
So if you're a person who can't do that, might as well not hire relatives.
Yes.
You can draw the line na parang nahiya ka pagalitan kasi tita mo siya, or nahiya kang ano yun kasi relative mo. So,
but that's going to be a problem. That's why we have, one of our core values is being a challenger. You have to challenge yourself and challenge other people, confront them. Otherwise, a spirit of gossip will enter your team and it will wreak havoc in your team. It will really divide people. It will just burn your team down. You have a lot of enemies outside na nga eh. You have a lot of competitors wanting you out of business already. You have a lot of factors outside. The government is making it hard for you already with the taxes. And then inside, you have these people who want to burn your company down because they have the spirit of gossip in them. Just because you cannot confront them, just because a spirit of confrontation, of challenging other people is not in your company, you're gonna have problems. So it's not a problem whether you are going to work with a relative or not. The problem is, can you confront them and draw the line with them? Because if you cannot do that with a relative, I don't think you can do that with other people as well long term, because you're going to be promoting other people. When you have promoted them to a position that is high enough, high trust, or a managerial position, tas may hiya ka rin to confront them, you don't have the guts to tell them, to call them off, then it's still going to be a problem for you.
Alright, so by the way, before I proceed to the next question, we are doing this for an online course that we created for people who want to be entrepreneurs or investors. It's called Make Money, Grow Money. I have the link below. It's our first online course, online collaboration together, where we help you not just become investors, but also become entrepreneurs. So it's the first online course where you have both business and investing in one go. If you don't have any experience, you don't have any knowledge on what business to start and what investment to actually start, that's what we're going to talk about in that course. So link is down below if you want to join us for that particular course. Now, let's go to the second question naman. Tapat natin dyan. So, yung tekniko, we just have questions that have been sent out. Next, Veronica Pamintuan. Nahulaan niya, millennial ka. Galing, oh. Okay. Veronica Pamintuan is asking, what keeps... na mayaman. What keeps... what keeps you motivated as a millennial, no family commitments and all? By the way, no, just so people know, they confuse millennials with a lot of Zoomers or Gen Z. Millennials are actually old already. Millennials are probably 23 to 37 years old. So yung lahat na nakikita nyo ngayon na nasa TikTok or lahat ng mga medyo cool, ano, they're Gen Z already. Anyone below 23 years old right now is not anymore a millennial. So millennials are close already to 40 na nga. Just give it a couple of years, they'll be 40 years old.
31 pa lang ako, bro.
Kaya nga, so pero millennial ka. Anyways, what keeps you motivated?
What keeps me, the entire question?
What keeps you motivated
as a millennial?
Oh, broad nga.
A lot of stuff. I mean, number one, I would say is my quiet time every morning. So I read the Bible every day. I pray every day in the morning. That is something that just starts my mind and starts my soul. I get to learn from the Creator of heaven and earth. I get to learn from the Creator of my heart, and that just fills me up enough for the day. I also have a morning routine where I exercise and I am able to take healthy substances into my body. I take 2 cloves of garlic every morning. That's the first thing I put into my body.
Curious, bakit 2 cloves of garlic? Ano nagagawa nun?
That's the #1 vegetable against cancer, all sorts of cancer.
Okay.
So I have it minced,
Okay.
and then I chug it down with water. I don't bite it, I just put it in my mouth and then I swallow it down with water. And that starts the cleansing process and the metabolism process for me.
Ano lasa nun?
Wala, kasi nilulunok
Kaya,
ko lang.
nilulunok mo lang.
Yeah.
Okay.
My blood test nung February this year was really bad. Bad cholesterol is high, low cholesterol is very good cholesterol is very low, triglycerides high, and uric acid is high. And when I started doing that, I took my blood test again this September. The results were unbelievable. The bad cholesterol extremely low, as in lower than the lower bar. Good cholesterol is very high, higher than the higher bar. I mean, like 5-6 months lang yun.
So, bawang lang pala ang sagot.
And alam nyo kung bakit walang mayaman doon?
Libre.
Walang yung mayaman sa bawang eh. Walang yung mayaman sa pag-promote ng bawang eh.
Okay.
So they'll promote supplements. Centrum will promote Centrum, Usana will promote Usana, which are supplements and it's not bad for you. But no one will get rich promoting garlic, but it's actually the #1 supplement against cancer. So I take that every morning. That empowers me. So my body's already feeling good because of this routine that I have. So that's also part of my motivation. Another part of my motivation, of course, is my family, my wife, my kids, my people at work, my team. I have to find a way to make them happy, provide a good workplace for them, to make sure that they get paid right, they get paid on time. All of these things motivate me. Whether we agree or not na hindi siya, kailangan mo gawin yun kasi they're your employees eh. So kailangan mo talaga sila bayaran. Yeah, sure, but the fact of the matter is there are businesses out there that do not provide a good working environment for their people, that thrive on toxicity and that don't pay their people on time. There are those kinds of businesses even here in the Philippines. And I don't want to be a business like that. So I am motivated to do all of these things for my people.
So that actually means that it's not actually being a millennial. It's more of you have to know what drives you, so that's what will, I guess, cause you to hustle and work even harder. So next question, Gio Luna. What are your sources of income when you started? Why continued these businesses? Why did you stop these businesses, if there are any that you stopped also?
My source of income when I started, I was an employee in HP, just like you.
Okay.
I worked for HP for 5 months, and since I was getting more income from SEO Hacker, when it was just a blog and I was just a freelancer, I finally made the hard decision to send in my resignation and continue doing SEO full-time. I was getting a good monthly income from SEO from then on, and then I just built and started the business from there. There are businesses that I am not majority shareholder of that I have stopped managing and stopped putting time and effort and money into, and the reason is one of them was hit by a Google update. Yun lang yun, a Google update just blew the business out of the water. And so we stopped that business. Other businesses that I've stopped, actually there's just one business that's at the back burner. It's not really stopped yet. It's just at the back burner, and the reason why is because the founders, again I'm a minority shareholder, we have not been able to prioritize just meeting and talking about it and moving it forward.
Okay, now what's your secret sauce? How can someone be an entrepreneur, or how can someone be rich? Yun na lang. Let's make it easier. How can someone make their first 10 million pesos?
10 million? I cannot...
Make, not savings, but earn it from cash flow, earnings, pera pumapasok. How can... What tips can you give people who want to earn their first 10 million?
I think better pag ikaw sumagot nun kasi
Hindi, madami tayong videos about that na ako. Gusto nila malaman opinion mo. And this video is for you.
Kung gusto niya talaga malaman, yung may experience na talaga is...
Hindi, no. I can neither confirm nor deny that statement, guys. So, go. Guys, SEO Hacker is a 9-digit company, so ganun.
What? Hindi ba? Don't be...
Hala, inilagay ko sa Facebook 9-digit. Di ba 9-digit?
In Zimbabwe
okay,
dollars.
anyways.
In Zimbabwe dollars, yes. So, how can you earn your first 10 million? That's a very tricky question because you can earn it in either legal or illegal ways.
Legal lang, syempre legal lang. Ako naman guys, legal lang tayo dito.
Legal ways.
Ethical lang.
My advice is always going to be entrepreneurship, business. Start your own small business, work extremely hard for it, put in as much hours as you can. There is no such thing as work-life balance if you are the founder and entrepreneur. Up to today, I still work long hours, I still work into the night, even if SEO Hackers has more than 50 people working inside it full-time. I still have to make ends meet and make sure that we are just all going to have a good job at the end of the day, and we're all going to be fulfilled and happy. The money will come. It is the value that you create that will make sure that the money will come. Of course, this means that you have to be good with pricing. You know the value of what you're selling, whether it's a product or service, and you price it correctly. Whether you're on the premium tier market, you're serving a niche market, premium tier sila, then you price your service or product premium. Or you're in the middle or lower end market, you have to figure out pricing well. So SEO Hacker, we are on the premium side, we're priced on the higher end, but we also provide very high touch service. We're always there for the client. When their phone rings, we answer immediately. We go to the client through the Manila traffic. We always make sure that the client gets a report from us every so often, not just once a month, but all of the articles, all of the work that we're doing, they're getting it on a frequent basis. This high touch effect allows us to be able to charge more, and so I'm still experimenting on the pricing. But the thing is, we got it right because companies are paying happily for it, and we're still closing more and more deals every month. So getting to the first 10 million is not as important as getting to the maximum value you can give the world. There is a problem with our world, and why SEO Hacker exists is because the world is underserved by the market. The world is underserved in terms of digital marketing by suppliers out there. This is why we exist, and the fact of the matter is the world is underserved in a lot of different facets, and you can still take advantage of that and make sure that you serve the world as well as we do.
All right, so see that insight, guys. We're gonna talk more about business and entrepreneurship on our online course. It's a 20 module course where we're gonna send one video a month all about business, all about investing. For the first month, you're gonna get 4 videos. So we're gonna put that on the description. This video is for people who, I've gotten a lot of messages in Facebook and YouTube asking, when can you have an online course about stocks, about business? This is it already. We already have an online course. So if you are an OFW, you are a Filipino who's from London, who's been asking all of these questions from Australia, from the US, from the Middle East, and you cannot attend our live events, this is for you. This event, this online course is for you, so that wherever you are, you get educated. Wherever you are, you get to know the rudiments of entrepreneurship and investing. So in one course already, we have business and investing already in one go. So a couple of things. Comment, make money, if you want to know more about it, or you can just go down to the description and look for the link and click it. It will lead you right through the online course, and right there you will already get 4 videos after you've signed up, something that will allow you to kickstart your learning process as well. But even though if you don't join that course, just enjoy us in YouTube as well. I hope that you get as much value with what we're giving you here, because the whole goal of YouTube basically is this, that we give you as much value as you can, and that you learn from it as well. Kasi sayang the reason why we do these videos is there's a lot of stuff in social media, there's a lot of stuff on the online space where a lot of people consume that really don't help them make money. That's why we're doing daily videos, we're doing a lot of these courses so that you guys get educated, so that you get to live life and you get to do things at your own terms as well. So Shansi will spearhead the course. You'll learn a lot from him. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon. God bless you.
God bless.